Coming on next. Who else? The man, the myth, the legend. Let's bring him on. Brian DAGUL. You know who it is. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you both as well. What a fantastic performance. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, we really turned up today, didn't we? In a crunch game, which we needed to put pressure on Arsenal. And we did that today, didn't we?
Oh, in abundance. In abundance. Obviously, when the first goal went in, obviously you think, oh, God, but we responded well. And I'll tell you what, Harry Kane would have been proud of Ben Davies's header. It was a fantastic, fantastic header. And then I just mentioned him, Harry Kane. My good God. My good God. I would honestly say right now in 2022, the best player in the world. In 2022.
That's what Henry said.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not best player, he's definitely top three. I mean, there's other players that I mean, you could put them in any order, it wouldn't look stupid. But Harry Kane at the moment is, I mean, he is as good a passer as Kevin De Bruyne, as good a goal scorer as there has been in the Premier League, and he's doing it in a team that's so reliant on him. And every single week, it just performs. If he's not playing a 70-yard diagonal ball to Son, or if he's not putting one on the back of the net, he's just ridiculous. Brian, I mean, you've seen some great players throughout the years. How high do you rate Harry Kane in the Tottenham greats?
In the Premier League era, the best.
Better than Gareth Bale?
Better than Gareth Bale. Better than Gareth Bale. And do you know what? And I've realised this. I've been watching the few games back recently and everything. Do you know what he's added to his game? And I wish there was an award for this because he would win it hands down. Not only is he assisting, but he's playing the key passes to the person that he's assisting the assister.
Like the third goal today.
Assist, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the way he's doing it, and you could have seen I tweeted, like in the first half, he was non-existent. The game was the second half, the 10 minutes of the first half, he was running the show, second half, sorry. And then throughout, he ran the show. It just goes to show his involvement and his. Do you remember, guys? If you remember the Crystal Palace game when you were there, and I was saying, "Oh, Kane's really not trying" or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's a world-class player, he should go grab a game by the scruff of the neck and force himself onto the game. Mm-hmm. It's what he did today. It's what he did today. He was like, right, I haven't been getting the service. Obviously, Conte's had a word with him, and he's just added that to it. He's just incredible. He's just immense.
Yeah, and and days like today, you're thankful to have him. Do you think there was a massive difference today in terms of performance level in the first half to the second half? Or did you just think, in the second half we got the chances and the goals, and first half we weren't really able to do that?
So in the first half, I think Newcastle tried to do what low block teams did to us and just try and shut us down. And I think us getting that equaliser changed everything. And then obviously Conte had a word in the second half. And then it went to pot. Do you know what? The commentators over here, because we don't have the same commentators as you, even said after the fourth goal, in the second half, we had 4 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals.
Clinical.
That is lethal. That is lethal. That is clinical. And you don't get that every single game. But it was a joy to see that second half. And it just goes to show, I was really, really concerned when I saw the wing backs at the start, but they were heavily involved in everything. And the defence was Romero, Bentancur, and Kulusevski. My God, 3 inspirational signings, absolutely incredible. And do you know what, Alan Shearer? So on our stream, we had in the studios, we had Shearer and Ferdinand, and Shearer was saying right now that front 3, Kulusevski, Kane, and Son, is right up there with the best in Europe. Like, you do not want to play against them. Yeah,
and Kulusevski has 7 goal contributions now and 8 starts for Tottenham since signing in January. Has there ever been an attacking player that you can remember that we've signed and just hit the ground running as well as Kulusevski has, especially for, at 21 years of age?
The only one that comes to mind would be Rafael van der Vaart.
Yeah,
there's one more I'd mention, and that'd be Berbatov. And then obviously,
even Berbatov took a bit of time, didn't he?
Kulusevski's 21 though.
Okay, so even
21,
even further back, Klinsmann. But like Henry just said, at this age, to come in and set the ground running like he has been absolutely outstanding. Absolutely,
he's had better seasons than Grealish, Sancho, all these players that have had big moves.
He's only been in 8 games.
And no one's really talking about Kulusevski. And I think the more and more we go into a Conte system, I think he will pull him toward... If we don't get a playmaker in the summer, I think he will pull him to a number 10 role because he's left foot, right foot. He's so good at making those diagonal runs. He's so good. As soon as he cuts in on the left, it just reminds you of the Iron Robin, the Mahrez, the Messi. Well, I'm not saying he's as good as those, but he just in natural instincts cutting on the left and hit it, or cutting the left and put across to the back post. It's a different dimension of football that we can play. We've been so reliant on Kane and Son throughout the last 3 or 4 seasons. Now to add someone else, I know Bale come in but he didn't really feature till February. Now we've actually got a front three that you can build through. Kulusevski's 21, Harry Kane and Son are pushing late 20s, early 30s, or coming up to 30. But it's just breath of fresh air, isn't it? You know, you can't complain. Everyone's firing on all cylinders. Brian, what did you make of? Well, first things first. Someone mentioned on the last, I think it was you said, Doherty, Davis, and Royale. Do you know what the odds on all 3 of those to score was?
What?
1,850 to 1. So Davis, Romero, Davis, Royale, and Doherty to score.
Next game, I'm putting it on.
Because we were here with me and Brian were here when Doherty and who was it? Who got the other goal? Yeah, Sessegnon. It was Sessegnon. It was like Sessegnon to set up a Doherty goal. And we were like, what will the odds be? But now we've even gone one further.
It was. I mean, just getting back to the Kulusevski thing very, very quickly. I was one of them for the first few games. Everyone was saying, he's not very fast, he's not very quick. But we were saying his footballing brain is streets ahead of everyone, and it's just going to show it. It's going to show it. And when it comes to the fullbacks, you know what? I'm really, really happy for Matt Doherty. I'm really, really happy for Matt Doherty because we all know he's had some bad performances, but his commitment to running to get into the space for that third goal and another incredible pass from Kane was fantastic. And I have to say, Royale looked like he had a shepherd's pie on his head rather than his blonde. It really did. I was like, what the hell? But you know what? He got his goal, and I know he's in the building, and I know he's in the chat. And Cody Mack, I told him, don't make bets on social media or YouTube, because he put on a bet before the game saying, if Emerson Royale scores, I'm ordering an Emerson Royale shirt. And what are the chances? So that will be in the post to him soon.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. And Brian, look, we're above Arsenal now. Going into tomorrow's game against Crystal Palace, they play them. How much pressure do you think is on Arsenal now to get a result tomorrow? And look, and based on how both teams are playing at the moment, who are you backing?
So do you know what? It's not even about the result with Arsenal now. If we just got a 2-1 or whatever, we'd be 11 on points with them. But they've got to be allowed our goal difference, because we have started racking up the goals. And that's like an extra point, really, isn't it? So if it becomes a draw at the end of the season, we'll go through a goal difference if it was the end of the season as it stands. So these goals that we're clocking up are so invaluable, or so valuable, should I say. They could be put, because now what are we, 3 ahead of them now, or 2 ahead of them?
Yeah. So
they're going to have to win by 2 clear goals like we did. And we, like Henry said, we scored 13 goals in our last 3 home games. As you know, I was saying that I don't think we're going to make top 4. Well, with a result like that, I'm going for top 4 now. I am saying we can get top 4. I'm not going to get as excited of people saying top 3 and getting Chelsea into it. Let's just try and get 4th. And you know what? This just goes to show what this man is doing. If you give Conte what he wants and you give it to him when he wants it, top 4 isn't a target. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. This is what he does. So let's just hope that happens. But it's just a wonderful day to roll up the weekend with Brentford thrashing them. Let's hope Vieira
on the score sheet as well.
Exactly. Let's just hope the rabbit they can pull a rabbit out of the hat, because right now, top 4.
I think they will, Brian. I think Palace will beat them, and I'm not just saying that to be clickbaited up or to be click. I actually honestly think Palace will. The way they played them off the park at the Emirates. I know they're going to be missing Olise and Zaha, and I might be overthinking it or overlooking it, but I definitely think Palace will get a draw. I don't think Arsenal will steamroll. If they do steamroll them, fair enough, because you've got to put a performance in.
They don't have to steamroll. They can just scrape it 1-0. You never know.
It's not only that. Palace on a night game, Selhurst Park, the fans will be rocking, the fans will be loving it, and how great would it be for them to lose or something to happen, because we are 2 goals clear. Level on points. So if they was to get even a draw, it would be massive for us. Like I said, they've still got the tougher games, and they've still got to come to our place. So I'm with Brian. I think we will get top 4.
Well, you know what it is, Henry. You know what it is as well, mate. Beforehand, their game. You got to look at it now. Their games in hand on us are Palace and Chelsea, which aren't two teams you'd want as a game in hand for a London derbies. Chelsea have now been pulled. There's talk of them falling off for the top 3. So it's not like they could just sit there and just play for a draw or anything. Their place could come seriously into jeopardy if there's a couple more bad results from them. And they could get roped in. So Chelsea will be going at it full throttle. And Palace will as well tomorrow. Like you said, evening games at Selhurst Park, their fans are incredible. So it's not it's incredible. So it's now it's turning. This is going to go on and on. It's all going to come down to the it's all going to come around to the derby against the Filth, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if that is the last game of the season, if it is, that is the biggest North London derby in the Premier League that we've ever seen. To go down all the way down to the wire, can you imagine that game will be the atmosphere in that stadium, and it will be someone like Harry Kane that will just steal the show in the North London derby. It's just written.
Yep. So I mean, it's at home, and at the new stadium, we've beaten them every single time. If you also include that mind game at the beginning of the season, also. This time, it's going to be the first North London derby in front of 62,500 Spurs fans, or let's say whatever after the Filth bring minus that. That atmosphere in that stadium is going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking like that stadium's never rocked before, and I think it's incredible, and I really believe it's now in our hands.
Yeah, looking good at the moment. Absolutely, Brian, fantastic man. Good to see you as always, and
pleasure, boy.
Always good to have you on, my friend, and we'll speak to you very, very soon.
You certainly will, brother. And I'm not going to say it today. The only 2 words I'm going to say is back Conte. See you later.